Hello, I am so excited about today's episode. This is my first interview. So fun. I met Heather in Kathy Heller's world, and she is just a lovely lady. She has an amazing podcast. She's the host of What's That Whisper podcast and the creator of What's That Whisper product line. She has some super fun merch. She is passionate about creating, and sharing simple reminders that encourage others to listen to the whispers within and recognize that they are the answer they seek. So true. I've talked about this several times on my own podcast. Through her podcast conversations and her uplifting products, affirmation teas, mugs, journals, and more, Heather helps others tune into their inner voice, release self doubt, and believe in themselves more fully. Her mission is to inspire people to clear the clutter, hear their whispers, and follow them into a life filled with growth, joy, and possibility. She's a mom of three. Heather also loves organizing, walking, sipping black tea, and connecting with her community on a personal level. She believes that when we hear and honor our whispers, we not only transform our lives, but also give others permission to do the same. I'm so excited. This is going to be an amazing interview today. Heather, I'm so excited that you're on today. Heather is my first interview. Isn't this so exciting? And I know. And I was on her podcast, which I'll be posting pretty soon here. And that was my first interview. So Heather is just such a lovely lady. We met in Kathy Heller's world in this abundant life, and we've been in a couple breakouts and some of the different offerings that Kathy Heller has. And then she reached out to me, and I did an interview with her, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I would love to have you on my show.
Oh, I'm
We're,
honored.
oh, I'm so excited. It's beautiful. Yeah. What's that whisper? And I guess my first question to you, Heather, is when was your first whisper and how did you recognize it? Which Claire were you? Or maybe you can tell us your story.
Well, I think I didn't think of this before. I think someone else asked me that question. I'm like, you're right. I did think about my whispers before. I think we all have little whispers inside that we choose to listen to or not listen to. Some start to shout. But when I was 17, I moved out of home because I got kicked out of school one more time just for being late. Not that big a deal. It wasn't a big
Rebellion,
deal.
rebellion girl. I would have liked to
Well, it was a
party with
half day
you.
school. You can't be late if it's a morning shift.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, but things were not steady at home. So then I decided if I moved out of state with someone, I could go to school and graduate and make a better life for myself than what was going on around me.
An entrepreneur at 17 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So then I finished high school, which was I had like a half a year left, a year left. So
Hmm.
that was good. Graduated.
Wow, that's
Other
amazing.
alternative school. That was great. And I had a job at the same time.
Beautiful. So where did you move from where to where?
I moved from Anchorage, Alaska, and we ended up in
Mm.
Kent, Washington.
And who did you move with, if you don't mind?
This was a boyfriend at the time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was he also 17?
He was a year older.
Oh,
So he had
okay.
already graduated high school.
Wow.
Yeah. We
So,
were going to end up in Montana, but we figured it was a little too small for teenagers. And we ended up in Kent because my mom had a friend that lived in these apartments, so it helped us get an apartment there. And so,
oh,
so that kind of helped. So I had somewhat of somebody I knew around us.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's so interesting. So did you just, okay, you're uncomfortable, it doesn't feel right, and then you just said, did you just have this message come to you, or was it more like that 17-year-old rebellion? I'm just going to get the heck out of here. Because we all have that
I
when we're
think I had
young.
to be independent at a very early age, and
Hmm.
last year was probably the toughest year. And then my brother lived with my dad. I lived with my mom, and it was just like chaotic. So it was time for me to leave.
Good for you. So you did a
Yeah.
little soul searching and you just said, okay, and you had a plan, which is pretty amazing
I mean, I'm
because,
lucky that I had a plan. I don't think I was planning to have a plan, but it came up.
wow, you
Yeah.
must have had some angels with you kind of looking out for you.
Yeah, and I think that my grandparents started traveling. They grew up in, they were in Alaska with us too, but they retired and started traveling the country.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always in contact with my grandparents. They were a great support.
Beautiful. So
Yeah.
did you rent an apartment then
Yeah, we
with your
rented an
boy?
apartment, and I guess for that first half year, then the next part of the year we had roommates in a different apartment.
Isn't that interesting? So they would rent apartments to 17 and 18-year-olds. I guess.
Well, I think that's why we needed a co-signer, so that's probably
Oh, you had a
helped to have
co-signer.
a
That's
friend.
right.
Yeah,
That's right. Okay.
yeah.
Well, this is interesting because I talk all about that finding, with my podcast, finding that inner light and having that guide you, especially when everything's kind of collapsing. And it sounds like you did that. What was your next whisper, would you say? Like a prof
Probably to move to, well, my mom ended up moving down to Washington. So
Uh-huh.
Kent's near me, so that was good. But she ended up moving to Oregon, so then I followed her after I graduated high school. And that's where I've been since. So I think that would be a good whisper, but I do think another whisper was to finally have kids because I got bored of doing everything I was doing.
Oh my God, you're so funny. Is that a whisper? I need to have kids.
I mean, I always wanted kids, but I was like, well, I can only go out dancing so many nights a week in my life. And like, not that definitely I wouldn't mind some of that back right now,
Yeah.
but it's like, you do the same and then you're like, oh, let's just go work out every night. It's just when we have those same everyday routines, they become
Yeah.
easy and then you kind of get bored of them. And then that's when people like maybe make a mess of their lives instead of finding
Right.
something that they really enjoy and really like.
Yeah.
But for me, I was like, well, this is of course after I was married.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, good.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure. We didn't do like the whole
We didn't
chronological
even,
anything,
yeah,
but I kind
no,
of like that it's just kind of that kind of picture book. Yeah, just a picture. I wanted to have kids.
I did want to have kids, but
That's awesome.
yeah.
And then what other do you have like a practice to continue to hear the whispers?
Well, I've been journaling since I was 16,
Oh,
minus a few
wow.
years here and there, I'm sure. So I think that really helped. And I was reading a journal the other day and I was like, wow, I'm pretty smart. I was
Oh,
like, I knew
that's
this stuff before. You know how like life gets busy and you're like,
yeah.
oh, I didn't know I knew this. But it's like deep
Wow.
down, you know it.
That is, you bring up such a good. I'm downsizing storage units. I wish I would have bought storage. I wish I would have made that investment about 10 years ago.
I wish I would have bought less stuff.
That too.
Yeah.
But I have all these old journals, and I was wondering, do you keep them or not? So do you keep your old
So I
journals?
have a hope chest full of them.
Oh, you have a chest full. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah, I've kept the last 2.5 years because those are the most profound. But I was kind of wondering about that. That's kind of fun,
Yeah.
huh?
Well,
Wow.
it's not, the hope chest also has things from when I was a kid. That's pretty much all I have.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
we lost a lot of things in storages.
Oh, what happened?
We just didn't pay the bill.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
happens.
So like I don't have a ton, which is fine. I don't need a ton, but there's like, you got to keep those few things that you had when you were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some
Wow.
adult stuff in there, like jackets I used to wear, a t-shirt, my journals,
Yeah.
some shoes I used to go dancing in.
Oh, did you say shoes or
Yeah.
shirts? Oh, I
Shoes.
love that. You have your dancing
Yes,
shoes.
I do.
Oh my God, you're so fun, Heather. I wish we weren't so far away.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll rendezvous at some one of Kathy Heller's little events.
I'll
Do
bring
I,
my dancing shoes.
please do. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I love
That'll be
that. I
great.
love going
Yeah.
clubbing and dancing. I lived in San Francisco in the 80s. I went to school there and used to go South of Mark clubbing. It was so fun. Before it was like, now it's all she up. But
Yeah.
let's get back to you about more whispers. So when do you ever get off track from hearing whispers? Because I've experienced that. And is there something that you go, uh-oh, I'm not tuned in here. I'm not listening to my intuition. And then what do you do to get back on track?
Well, probably a journal, but I was like, you know how I was reading that journal? That journal was like 20 years old. And I was like, oh, I guess I got busy and got in the middle of life and I forgot that I knew all these things.
Wow.
And, I get busy. I don't even like to use the word busy, but I got to enjoy raising my kids as they're little. I got to do all these different things. So I really and I like to walk. So walking really
Mm,
helps to clear the mind. And I've realized I haven't been walking as much or dancing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, maybe this is good because I've always been physical. That
Mhm.
maybe it's good for me to see all this tension in my body that gets created when you're not physical.
Mhm.
Like I'm good at stretching and making sure I do take walks, but it's like a lesson of what we hold on to.
Isn't that the truth? It's so
Yeah.
funny you say that. I've been doing some deep somatic work, and
Mm.
I used to run just to survive, to get through. And now I have a different relationship running. I don't need that to get through. So I kind
Yeah.
of stopped for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
and so now I have a different relationship with running, but because I've left it for a little bit, I'm kind of sore.
Oh,
But
I bet.
it feels good though. Yeah, and the long walks. So, so
Well,
important.
and when I work at like 9 in the morning, I'm pretty physical. We're moving stuff around. So then on
Yeah.
my days off, if I'm not moving around 9 or before, I'm just like, oh, I just feel so tight and stiff. It's like then you're like, why am I in a bad mood? But you're like, oh, because your body's not doing the same thing it did yesterday.
Yeah. Do you have a special place where you go walk where you live?
Sometimes it's right around my house, but there's a town
Mhm.
called Lake Oswego in
Oh,
Oregon.
yeah, yeah,
Or you could
yeah.
go Forest Park or Tryon Creek if you want to go in the woods. But in Lake Oswego, you
Yes.
can get lost for like 5 hours.
Oh my goodness. I've heard it's beautiful. I've never been there. That sounds
And there's
amazing.
hills, which is nice.
Hmm.
Trails.
So when you hear your whispers, can you just kind of maybe describe like there's the different clairs? Is it like, do you get a visual? Do you just get that knowing? Do you hear something? Do you
I guess we can kind of break it down in the fact that I've been writing down a bunch of quotes. It'd be things that I hear from other people that they say, or that's kind of why I created like the t-shirts.
Mm, yeah. Oh, I
Because I'm
love
like, oh,
that.
these aren't everyday quotes, but these mean something.
Oh, that's
And then so
great.
I just write down those little nuggets of things that people say.
Yeah.
Oh, I could live by this today.
Mm.
This gives me clarity, like change my life, right? Or change your destiny. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ah, that's so good because on with you, I was saying how the whispers come through other people. And I had kind of a shout out today. I had a really fluorescent pink sweater on. Went to go get the hair done. I got my hair done for you, Heather, just so you
Thank you.
know. Yeah, you're welcome. It's all
Yeah, I
you.
took a shower for
And I
you.
oh yeah, and I got the leopard sweater on just for
It's
you.
cute.
Yeah, there you go. But I did have the pink on, really bright. And I went to Trader Joe's to get some nice flowers. And the guy goes, "Whoa, that's pink." And he kept going on and on. I'm like, okay, that's the whisper. It's don't wear that one today.
Yeah, not if you're having a YouTube channel. Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really
doesn't
go by those.
matter.
I don't really go by those rules, but yeah, it's just
No,
kind of funny. Any other kind of where you get the whispers? So you get them through people
I
and
think people or my kids. I like to kind of I don't know. I like to analyze what people say and watch them and
mm,
do that kind of thing and maybe help push people and push is not the right word, but
no.
direct people into the right direction
Oh,
or bounce that idea back onto them. I'm like, this is what you said.
right. Yeah. Oh,
But because nobody wants to be told what to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, you're so wise. Oh my gosh.
But everybody wants to tell each other what to do, right? And how
Yeah.
to fix their lives. But I think sometimes you just need to be heard.
Isn't that the truth?
Well, don't think, I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Through life experience right there, right? Just wanted
Yeah.
to be heard. God, that's so
I
beautiful.
mean, I guess sometimes we could have whispers on our way to work or when you're sleeping, you had a bad dream or a good dream, you
Mm.
dreamt about something. Like when my grandpa passed away, I dreamt about him saying goodbye.
Oh.
So that was pretty special.
That is special.
Yeah.
Does he talk to you now? I call him winks. Do you
I
get
don't
winks?
think so, but I have him on one of my screensavers. He's waving hi, so it's really
Hmm.
cute. So I was like, well, he needs to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to remember those special moments you had together.
Is your grandma still around or is she?
Oh, I'm very lucky to have grandma in my 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in her 80s. So,
Oh,
because she
that's
was,
not that old.
no, she's not, because she was 17 when she had my mom, and then my mom was 19.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's awesome. Well, it's
Yeah.
good she's still around because she
Oh,
was.
yeah, she's a go-getter.
Does she hear whispers? Do you think that's maybe where you got it from? Or that
I don't know
cognitive
about that.
piece?
That would be good. My grandpa was always the joker and the storyteller and the singer. So
Mm-hmm.
she's like a creative person. She
Hmm.
sews and takes care of everybody and does things for everybody.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, but she's got a very positive outlook on life.
Mm-hmm.
That helps a lot.
So I know you have some chickens and they're
Can you
so
hear him?
cute. I don't know if I could hear him. I had friends tell me they could hear him on when I was with
Oh
you.
yeah.
They're like, "Oh, the chickens. I think I heard a rooster."
She sounds like one.
Yeah, and I'm like, if they come today, that's okay because we're going to talk about them. I think that's so fun. I looked them up. They're very spiritual. You probably knew that, right? Is that why you got them?
No, my husband wanted chickens for the boys.
Oh, so do you do the eggs and all that?
Oh yeah, we get eggs every day, so that's fun. And we've had them once before, but then we got rid of the last couple after some got yeah. But it's just fun for the boys to have another pet, and we don't want, and they're pretty easy to take
Yeah.
care of, but it's like they've wanted so many other pets that you're like, no, that's not going to work. We can't have a gerbil or a hamster when you have a dog that's a hunting dog,
Yeah.
you know. So all they have to do is let the chickens out, put them back, and feed them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty simple. Pretty
yeah,
simple. And then you've got some new fun merch going out. Can you
I
tell us
do.
tell
Oh
us a
yeah,
little
can I
bit
show
about
you? I'll show you my projector team. Let's see, I got to stand up.
this is
Mhm.
fun.
And then she disappears. It says projector on the bottom.
Yes.
But yeah, so I'm launching this soon for the holiday season. So we have
Nice.
projector, it's all your human design. So I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
many people know about human design, but there's the manifestor and let's see, the man gen and the generator and the reflector.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what sign are you?
I'm a manifestor 1-3.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad we're talking about this because this came into my life probably maybe around April because I went to
Okay.
Kathy Heller's retreat and I might have heard of it, but it didn't I didn't understand.
Sure.
And more recently I've really kind of dove into it, especially the 1-3 piece. And it's really been a part of my healing process. It's so interesting. Once you know your human design, I don't know what they call the first piece, the projector. What do they just, that's what you are. But what's the 1-3? Do you know?
Oh, it's like your sacral and like your energy, I think.
That's it, your energy center or something. But
Yeah.
it's so interesting because, we can be so hard on ourselves and especially when we're healing and go, why do I keep doing this? Why is this not resonating with me? But when you learn and understand your human design, you can really forgive yourself and love yourself that much more, give yourself space and put yourself into situations that resonate with you. And that's why you're here. Don't
Well,
you
then you
kind of
shine
agree?
more and you're stronger. Yes. Now that I know I'm a projector, I'm like, oh, that's why I always want to give everybody advice. But I'm also supposed to wait for the invitation, right? So, because I've
Yes.
always been told, Heather, you're just so like straightforward and rude, like to the waitress. I'm like, well, but I'm like, it's funny, it's cute. I don't mean it that way, but because it's like so blunt, it's like, oh, people are going to maybe sometimes look bad at themselves if I make this kind
Mm,
of comment. So sometimes just because you know the answer doesn't mean you always say it. That's
yes.
what I've kind of learned a lot.
So when did you learn about
It was through Kathy Heller as well at a retreat. It was a
April?
couple of years ago.
Oh, a couple years ago. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then one of the ladies, Alexandra Cole, that taught us through Kathy, I interviewed her on my podcast.
Oh, okay. I have
So
to listen to that
that was
one.
exciting. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, though, I was like, that was the day I couldn't record. She had to record it for me. And I was like, oh my God, I look like crap. You can't even see my face because of the shadow. But we just had a certain amount of time, so we just did it anyways. But she has so
Mm,
much great information on there and how she applies it to her own life. And she has little kids, so she just talks about even the child's human design and how to be a
mm,
better parent, right? Or to understand why they're like
yeah.
manifesting generator, how they have so many different ideas. And they're doing this and then they're doing this, and you can't
Mm,
even keep up.
yeah. Well,
Yeah. So,
everything falls into place once you find what your human design
yeah.
is. At least it did for me. Like
Yeah.
so much. Oh my gosh, especially the 1-3.
Well, and then I type it into Chat GPT just to learn more about myself.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, right?
Hmm.
And then you can actually apply and listen, hear and recognize the whispers even more, those little messages, I think.
Yeah, because like even for a projector, it's like more about putting things together. And if, you're like the initiator as
The
a
project, is that
manifestor.
what the projector is?
Well, you're like an initiator, and I'm more like, here, let's
Oh
put
yeah.
these pieces together.
Right.
How I think I see in puzzles and organize, and I like to organize. So it kind of all fits with my personality.
Yeah. I just like to start and run away from it.
That's why you give it to the manifesting.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
I
it's to
know,
someone
right?
else.
I
Yeah.
know.
But that's what you're
Actually,
there for,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. And once you again, you learn what your role is. And I just tie it back to the healing journey and finding that inner light. Um, it only helps you. It totally only helps you. Do you know what your numbers are? Your projector, but do you know?
Well, I think I can look that up for you in a minute. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've been on my Instagram, I've been sharing posts of other people that I follow.
Uh-huh.
One lady just says, like for being a 1-3 energy, she's like, you're not the stove that heats it up, and you're not the flame, but you're the pan, right? So you just simmer, but because you take on other people's energy, but once they leave, you don't have that same amount of energy like a manifesting generator does.
Oh, interesting.
So I just like her little examples because it puts it into perspective.
Oh, I have to take a look at that.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that. So tell us a little, what's some of the different merch that you've got? You've got
Well,
your
I'm
t-shirt.
doing t-shirts and sweatshirts and mugs. And then I'm doing for the holiday season a limited edition for my VIPs. So it's going to be different color font and stuff on t-shirts.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
I'll definitely get something. I'll get some merch.
Yeah.
I love
And then
merch.
I'll have little bundles and packages and some other things with it.
Oh my gosh, a marketeer. See? An
Yeah.
entrepreneur started at 17.
Well, somebody had to get things going. I mean, when my mom and my grandma had kids at such a young ages, I was like, I'm never doing that.
Mm.
And, now that I had my kids a little older, I was like, maybe I should have met in the middle, you know?
Do you mind if I ask how old you were when you had your children?
31?
That's not old. Okay.
No, but it's, which I still am, I feel young, but it's like, and then if you wait so much longer, you're like, am I like 60 when they graduate?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I'm going to be around forever. So like, that's the part,
Yeah.
kind of rips at your heart a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all we chose all this.
Yeah.
Whatever what we chose. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Oh my
Which
gosh,
is,
that's so
which is,
fun.
I mean, it's perfect because I have the right kids that are for us.
So I just had a little whisper come through, which is have you considered doing journals with What's That Whisper? Because
Um,
it's such a pivotal
I
piece.
know. And I want to make product that says, what's that whisper? So I was
Hmm.
just kind of working on the font that I want to use and do that. So I want to kind of like, make it exactly what I want. So I'm not changing it later.
Oh, I see journals, big time.
Yeah. And I got journal prompts and that kind of stuff for people.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. And then what other kind of whisper story is your husband? Does he intuitive? Does he hear the little signs or messages or whispers?
I'm not sure about that, but he's like an encyclopedia. So he's always teaching the kids so many different things.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah. If they get hurt, they learn all about why they're hurt and what causes,
Oh,
et cetera, et cetera.
ooh,
Yeah.
okay. So he's got a spiritual piece there.
Yeah, book of knowledge for sure.
Wow. And you have three boys, right?
That's right.
Oh
They're all doing football season right now. Not me.
I had a visual of you with like knee pads on. You're not doing it
Yeah,
also?
I did wear my son's jersey last week.
Oh, that's so fun. Oh, now they're all in high school or?
High school, middle school, and elementary.
Oh man. Wow. That's and you have a dog, girl dog, boy dog.
A girl dog,
Gotta
little
have some.
chickens. Yeah, so I'm not outnumbered, and a lizard.
That's good. A lizard. You got a full house.
We do. It's fun.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Have you been on any spiritual retreats? Now I know you've been on a Kathy Heller retreat, but
I went to a
like,
couple of those, and then I went to a friend's retreat this last
mhm.
May at the beach. So that was
Ooh,
wonderful. She did breath work and sound bowls and had
mm,
really delicious food and music.
that sounds lovely.
Yeah,
Was that in the Pacific Northwest?
it was. It was at
Was it Siri?
yeah, it was Siri, and then
Oh, you went to
in Northeast.
Siri's.
Hmm.
Oh, I have to check that one out.
Yeah,
She's a Reiki master. She's deep into Reiki. Like she
yeah,
grew
she
up with
is.
it.
Like I
Yeah.
had her on my podcast about her Reiki stuff too.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
Oh, I have to look into yeah, I was getting, is she having another one coming up?
yeah, in
Probably.
March. I think March a couple times.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Any others?
No, I think no, I think a couple of Kathy's, and then that. so far.
Yeah,
But
that's
I'm
pretty
ready to
good.
do some more, honestly.
Absolutely.
And I mean, we go camping, so that could be kind of a retreat until you have
Very
dinner when you're
spiritual.
camping. I mean, I love being outdoors and I
Yeah,
don't mind getting dirty, so
that's great. Do you guys do the whole tent and
uh
the
yeah.
sleep on the ground, or do you have cots?
That's how we started under the stars, and now we moved up to a blow up mattress in a tent.
That's
Cute.
glamping. That's glamping.
Yeah.
That is not camping.
I mean, not that my husband did a lot of the cooking this time, but it's like that's like the hard part because you don't have a
Yeah.
kitchen, right? So like
Yeah.
other than that, everything is so easy, but it's like it's twice the work to do the cooking when you're camping. Sometimes we prepare a lot of things, but it's just
Yeah.
like finding it, so all that kind of stuff.
I used to go camping with my dad when he loved camping. And do you know Denny Moore stew? That was like our special meal. Have you ever heard of Denny Moore stew? I'm sure they still make it. It's a canned stew.
No,
Oh yeah,
maybe.
it's like such a big deal. And then we'd go fishing and cook it up. Yeah, take the bones out. Sometimes we wouldn't take the bones out. It might be a crunchy fish. There you go. Have some extra calcium.
Delicious.
I
Yeah.
know,
Well, I
right?
grew up
Delicious.
fishing a little bit and camping mostly with my grandparents.
Oh, it's so fun. It is
Yeah.
very spiritual. I miss that. I haven't gone, I don't even know how. I went backpacking and slept outside. But I did have a tent, but no blow up mattress. That was about a year ago. But camping, car camping, I can't even remember.
Yeah. I mean, all retreats are wonderful and I could do them a lot, right? And I
Hmm.
think, and just making sure we even take time out in our daily days, right?
Yeah.
To do some thinking on our own or just do
Hmm.
nothing and just reflect on your life. I mean,
Yeah.
really helps your day when you're busy and you have a lot of things going on to not feel so overwhelmed about your list.
You know, isn't it so funny when we take that time? We think, oh, I don't have the time. We do our little to-do list. I love these two. I do these every day. What are my top things I want to do? You know, but when we take that, it can just be 15 minutes to, like you said, to just not even just go outside. I didn't go running this morning because I didn't have time and it was dark. But walked in my neighborhood and I didn't even do the pods or whatever. I just listened to and the birds were in full
I
singing
love
because it was
that.
kind of dark. Yeah, I went for like 30 minutes and it was so nice. Just kind of it's funny because actually when you do that, everything flows. Like,
Yeah.
right?
Well, and I think even when you're maybe cooking 100 meals for your kids a week, you just you just kind of get in the mood and you just
You
relax.
do.
Don't,
Yeah.
yeah, not feel like you have to do it and feel all the pressure because I think we put so much pressure on ourselves.
Isn't that the
Like I
truth?
have to
Yeah.
do this, I have to do that. Well, yeah, but you get to do that and you don't have to be stressed about doing it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that I don't ever get stressed. I mean, yesterday I was like, oh, I just feel like I need out of my body. I feel stressed. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I just
What?
took some quiet time to relax and do nothing for a little bit.
And that immediately helped.
Oh, that helped a little bit, yeah. But it's
Hmm.
like then sometimes I have a decision in my mind. I'm like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? And then I'm like, you can't make up your mind.
Go
Then
for a
you get
run.
stressed about it. Right. Go, yeah, stop thinking about it, then it'll come.
Go for a
Exactly.
walk. Go within.
Exactly.
Get silent. All the answers will come to you. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty much the bottom line with whispers and getting that inner light.
Yeah. And I think now that I've been working on trying to work on myself, thinking about the things that I think about, I just see sometimes we always want to force things and make things the way we want them to be, and that's not how
Mm.
life works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Life doesn't work to, oh, you just ended up moving out of your state when you were 17. It wasn't forced, it just kind of naturally happened.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
You got in flow pretty early on.
I mean, I mean, things were chaotic and there was a lot of substance abuse growing up,
Mm.
but I always knew I was loved and I wasn't by all my parents and my grandparents. So I knew it
Mm.
wasn't always about me. And I think
Mm.
having that support by my grandparents and just knowing that it wasn't about you and the love and remembering that,
Mm-hmm.
helps you feel stronger and
Wow,
not think
that's
it's all about you. Because I do think sometimes, I'm sure there's people that grow up in a substance abuse that
mm.
are told they're a piece of crap.
Oh,
Then you start believing it because they're your parents.
yeah. God, that's so beautiful, Heather. You've really done a
Thank you.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard. I mean, not saying that it was easy, and I was like back to journaling again when I was 16, or I was reading my journal at 16. I was plus I couldn't write, but I was like, oh man, I hated a lot of things
Mm.
because probably that's got to be that's a hard life time in your life, like junior high, high school. You're
Yeah.
transitioning friend, you're transitioning who you want to be, and
Yeah.
and you're trying to become your own, not your parents, and
Mm.
all that. So. But good thing I had a journal to write it all out, and I think that helped a lot.
Did somebody give that to you? How did you
I
get
think
that
my
journal?
aunt gave it to me.
Wow. And you embraced
She,
it and wrote in it.
yeah, I think I just wrote in it. She gave it to me for my 16th birthday. She actually passed away out on the streets.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is
Mm.
probably 10 years or 14 years ago.
Not even that long ago.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you know.
Was she up in Alaska or is she down
She lived
Washington?
out in Washington, but she ended up uh, with someone else new, and they started doing drugs and living on the street.
Oh,
So that's pretty
oh.
sad.
Does she ever give you any whispers or winks?
I don't know. She kind of lived a hard life to begin with. So,
Mhm.
but
Wow.
not that, not that I felt like I felt seen by her and cared by her. It's not that. Just a lot of people suffer in their own rights.
Right. In their own way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I
You
really,
always you want people to be stronger.
I know,
You can always
right?
give them the keys, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Please, please just keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, the
And
journal, that's so interesting how the journal
yeah,
has really been a pivotal piece in your life,
I
huh?
think so.
Yeah.
And walking too, because the first time I really went for a big walk was in junior high. It was like Walk for Hope. So it was like
Uh-huh.
20 some miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a big deal. So then I think I just haven't stopped since.
Wow. 20 miles.
At
All at
like at
all
like
in
14. Yeah,
that is a long walk at age
yeah. At least
14.
I had some friends with me.
Do you keep in contact with anybody from high school?
I have one friend. She lives in New
Hmm.
Mexico.
In New Mexico?
Mhm.
That's also another very spiritual place.
Yeah, we didn't talk for, was it 10 years or like 5 years for a long time because we lost contact. And we found each other, I think, through Facebook, or it was actually MySpace
Oh,
back in the
MySpace.
day.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, so then I went and visited her because it's like, I think it just different things happened, and she moved back out of Alaska back to New Mexico. So things happened in between,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
and it's all basically like we've been friends since,
wow.
which is nice. And we always thought of each other, which is cool.
Hmm. Do you do much baking?
I bake the same things, so chocolate chip cookies and banana bread
Yum. I don't know. I just got the visual of baking.
because it's fall time.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Do you have I love to do the I'm a cheater. I get the Trader Joe's pumpkin mix, you know.
Well, I was also going to say Pillsbury Doughboy.
Oh, yeah, there you go. And I just add my
Yeah,
own little chocolate chips and it's like, "Oh, okay."
yeah. I love a
Yeah.
pumpkin loaf. Those are so good.
I know, aren't those the best, especially with chocolate chips, but I'm a
Yeah.
chocolate fiend, so
My
yeah.
sister-in-law gave me those when I was pregnant, so or after I had my first, and I was like, I could just eat the whole loaf a day. So good.
I know, it's so dangerous.
And I think I did. That's fine. I was nursing, so it was great.
Yeah, I know. Burn off 3,000 calories a day. I
Yeah,
love this.
yeah, delicious.
Are your boys, do you see that they hear whispers or intuitive at all because of maybe you set the pace for them?
I mean, sometimes I bring it up to them, like, Mom, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm over explaining it too much.
Yeah. Do you have a meditation practice that you do?
I do sometimes, so it's not
Mhm.
consistent, but sometimes it's just on lunch
Yeah.
because that's when I find the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
And your journaling, do you do that in the morning, in the evening, or?
Yesterday was right before I went into work for like 10 minutes. So
Hmm.
I think with a schedule, I just try to find pockets of time to do
Yeah.
things that I want to do. And then sometimes it always seems like everything I want to do is on my day off.
Yeah.
But, and I think that all comes with practice and
Yes.
creating new habits, right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah. Because
definitely.
then that's when it feels overwhelmed when you're not doing new habits.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's like how I started my podcast. And I'm like, well, maybe I'll just start the interview and then I'll get that out. And now that I know how to do all those, all the stuff online, that's easy. Now I
Yeah.
can add something new to my plate.
When did you start your podcast?
In January.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh. And how many you put it out every week?
Oh, I just did 44 today.
Wow. Angel number.
Right. And oh, I know, I see a lot of those. But like, oh my gosh, I posted it. It was the wrong episode, even though I uploaded it last night. So there's still things that I like make mistakes on. And then I
Oh
posted
yeah.
it today and it won't have the picture on it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's out.
That's okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I just think that we have to have those just basically like your kids in sports. They just have to keep practicing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Well,
Yeah.
accolades to you. That's a really, really big deal.
Yeah.
Well,
And
getting back to the journaling, I keep kind of going back to that because that was such a pivotal piece for you. You get that journal when you're 16, 17, you really embrace it and start doing it a little bit more. I mentored with Jessica Rachel, and she's a spiritual medium. And she often talks about if you don't get the messages to automatic writing, and that's basically journaling. So that is a definite, meditation whisper habit that you're doing, which is so beautiful.
yeah, and I think that's kind of like what some of my journal prompts are.
Mm-hmm.
Like how to help you tune into them because some people may not know how to put the pen to paper.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
sometimes I write, I mean, sometimes you're just writing what your day was and then something
Yeah.
happened. It's something
Right.
into that,
Yeah. That's
right?
so
But it
true.
could just be like, what was 5 things that were great today,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or
Yeah.
what's something you like? And it could be just as simple as I really enjoy drinking my coffee or tea and not getting up until it's gone.
I like that one.
Yeah, because sometimes you get pulled away and then it's cold and then you got to reheat it. So, and just those little things, because then it opens the mind to something else
Mm-hmm.
of things that
Yeah.
you really like. Because sometimes people don't even, they don't feel like, sometimes we don't feel like we know ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of times we don't,
yeah,
or we're not listening.
yeah. That's why you got to know your human design to learn a little bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I can't wait to see that journal with human design on it.
Okay. We'll get there. I
Oh,
love the
yeah.
inspiration.
Yeah, yeah. Or at least, what's the whisper? It's so perfect.
Yeah, we'll get there. It's getting
Yeah.
there, but I'm focusing on, I'm trying to
One
learn how
step
to
at a
focus.
time.
Oh, 100%. Because I was
Yeah.
just talking to some other ladies and we all have about 1,000 ideas, but I'm like, what?
Hmm.
Can only do two today. One.
I was going to say one. Yeah.
Yeah,
From the
you just got
beginning,
to
when
wake
the
up maybe.
execution. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe you got
definitely.
to buy the journal first before you even start to know what to put in there or put on the shoes
Yeah,
to go running.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. I would get journals. I mean, I really didn't even understand journaling until 2.5 years ago. I'm probably almost twice your age.
Well, how long were you doing Reiki for? Like, because you probably used,
Oh, since 1999, but
yeah,
I didn't journal. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's a long time. Yeah. And then I kind of stepped aside from it for a bit when I was married. So, yeah. But journaling, I didn't. And journaling in 1999, it wasn't necessary. Well, some groups it would, but I mean, it's such a mainstay today. It's everywhere, right? Journaling. But back then it wasn't so much. But then Reiki wasn't either. So, yeah. I didn't hear anything. Did you? We just had a little hand gesture if you're just listening, if you're just listening, but there
Well,
was
just so you
nothing.
know, my son's been cutting up apples for himself.
I see like a silhouette going back and forth, but I
Yeah,
didn't know what he
it's
was
great.
doing. But
That's
he's
what
cutting.
happens when you record on a no school day.
I love that because it's real life and people
It
love to
really
hear real
is.
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've got cars driving by. You might be able to see the silhouette of that through my kitchen
Yeah.
window. Yeah. But journaling is, I didn't understand prompts or any of it. I mean, I was in, well, yeah, counseling. They're like, just journal. I'm like, what? What do I do? So then I'm a volunteer and I do Reiki actually for some hospitals down in Southern California. We do nurses and sometimes doctors. It's all virtual, do it with a cohort. And a lot of times, what I'll come up with, because, they're a nurse on, a ward, I'm like, you might just start with journaling and just write down, I don't even know what to say. That's what I tell sometimes people. I just say, I don't know what to say. I don't know. And especially like fellow MSers that are going through it thick. You know what? Just start with journaling. Just start with, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know if have this happen to you, Heather, when sometimes you're blocked. And then when you do that, it just starts to come. Have you noticed that before?
Yeah, if you're taking that, not when it's like the 10-minute time that I have, but yes. And then I'm like, oh, I don't want to stop writing. There's like 7 pages. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, but not just because I journal doesn't mean it's all like that, but it's like that's when you
right.
start getting deep and you're like, I didn't even know I was thinking that way,
Yeah.
or I just try to like, why am I thinking this? Why does this bother me?
Yeah, I know. It's
Just
so
questioning my own thoughts.
right. It's so
Yeah.
interesting. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but just like how you're saying, just learning how to journal, it's like see how much pressure we put on ourselves
Yeah.
about anything.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
I'm seeing these, well, you don't see them that much anymore, Barnes and Noble. But any of the beautiful bookstores or even Anthropology, they have these beautiful journals and diaries, and they even have like all the, okay, what do you want to have your focus today? What are you grateful for? Which is good. I like those, fill in the blanks. But yeah, yeah, they make it sometimes a little bit more.
yeah. We all have goals for the new year's, but it doesn't mean you're going to get to all of them. But maybe just more of a mindset goal instead of like a physical goal. But
Yeah.
unless you want to, but I'm sure like for you, you were trying to get healthy with your MS too.
Yeah. When you have just little.
That's the only thing you could focus on, really.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
you need that step to be like this is the next step. This when things are so overwhelming, a guide helps and keeping it simple. Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you may have experienced that also.
I feel like I have.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
just little baby steps. What is that? And it's nice sometimes when people point that out and help that with you
yeah.
because when it's so overwhelming, to find that little whisper or that inner light or whatever that is, you're crippled. You can't even get to that.
No, because it's too dark, right?
It's just too overwhelming. And it's
Yeah,
just so, I mean, I think of some of the people in my darkest moments that helped me, and I'm ever indebted to them. And they're like angels. They're earth angels. And
yeah,
they're just like, hey, take this class. And guess what? It's free for you. Or, hey, how about this? Or I'll walk with you. Whatever it is. You definitely had angels on your path.
yeah. And just guiding you to simple new direction. That's what I
Hmm.
always like being open to new things.
Yeah.
I don't like, hey, you want to do this? I'm like, okay. I mean, of course, I've said no about things, maybe
Yeah.
for whatever reason, but I like being open. Doesn't mean I have to do it a second time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. You're just
Definitely.
trying it out because who knows what can happen or who knows who you can meet. And I have so many
Yeah.
synchronicities that I notice, and especially at work. Like, I'm just walking this way, and then I'm like, I'm supposed to find customers, yes, but I'll be in a completely different department. I'm like, oh, hey, okay, let's go shopping.
Yeah. I want to go shopping with you.
Yeah. Right. But it's like I have those kind of synchronicities too. Or like the other day I picked up my lunch and a coworker texted me, didn't notice, but I walk all the way back through the department and they're like, hey, your customer is right there waiting for you. So like that, I was like, oh crap, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I have that kind of stuff a lot.
Well, that's
And
because you're tuned in.
yeah, and I think that we can all get there. And it doesn't mean it's
Absolutely.
not trying, it's just really paying attention to little things. And I was like, I was going to sit down in the cafe, but I decided to go out to my car.
Yeah. That was a whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That
that
was
is
a
a
little.
recent one. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, for some reason I got to go to my car and you go and then, yeah,
Yeah. And I think that maybe our energy can shut those things down by being stressed out and
yeah,
like feeling exhausted or not know which way you're turning. But it's when you kind of
exactly.
take that 10 minutes in the car before you go to work. Or sometimes I listen to a song on my way in to pump me up because I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
need some new energy.
definitely. Well, before we started talking today, we both took a moment just to take a breath and to shut our eyes and just to kind of get centered, just to kind of get present
Yeah,
for
I
our
needed that. I was
conversation
like,
today.
all like, whoo. I was
Yeah.
not flustered for any reason. I was just like, I was like, oh, I got to do this before I talk to Kim.
Oh, but I felt the same way. I wasn't
Yeah.
flustered. I just was trying to, get everything kind of set up. And my dog was like, in, out, in, out. I'm
Oh,
like,
of
okay, make
course.
a decision.
What do you mean? Every time I sit down to do something, the dog wants out. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was kind of like, okay, is he going to start barking in the middle of this and I have to get up and go get him? But no, he was fine.
Good, good.
But yeah, when you get into it's kind of like people will say sleep hygiene. It's almost I don't know what you would call it hygiene, but it's just and you can start out so small. And I really, really like journaling as a beginning point because meditation can be so overwhelming for people. I get it. I was there. Hands up. But and it can be so overwhelming, like where do I even begin? But journaling, and you can take one of your kids, you don't have to have a fancy journal. You can get
You can
one of,
write in your phone.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There is something to be said though. I do like pen and paper.
Me too.
But if you don't have pen and paper, I mean, you could just use pieces of paper or your kid's old notebook from elementary school or the free notebook you got or something like that. There's always something.
Agreed. Don't find
Old
an excuse not to do it.
old wrapping paper. I like
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
The garbage bags.
No, I like the way I like physically writing because it feels like
Right.
it goes through your body too. And
It
it's a,
is, it's a little bit somatic
yeah,
when you think of it
yeah,
that way.
yeah.
Yeah. And then you get the quote unquote downloads.
The whispers.
Oh, I know. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Any
Sometimes the
other,
hollers.
I know. Any other last little whisper things you want to share with
No, I
our
just,
listeners?
gosh, we've already had so many great nuggets.
I know.
But I did create, I have a code for 25% off.
Oh, nice.
It's WTW podcast. Hold on, I better double check real quick. Let me
Well,
look at
we'll put it in the show notes
I'll put
also.
it in there and then you just do
Yeah.
that. So that's for 25% off
Yeah.
on my
Well,
website.
great. We'll put all of that in our show notes, and if there's any expiration date, we'll put that on also. And when's your launch date again? Or is it already launched for
It's
your
not launched.
product
I have the kid
merch?
shirts out there already, so I'm just
Okay.
launching the other stuff, and I'll probably know that date by today. It'll be
Okay.
so I can tell you that.
Uh-huh.
No, but I just think that what's that whisper like shop is all about little nuggets of affirmations for little whispers, right?
Mm.
Sometimes need a shirt that says something that'll get you going, like change my mind, change my life.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
That's
just,
so
and it's
good.
just like a reminder that you're wearing. It's okay, I got this. I got this. I can do
Yeah.
this.
Mm.
I can take
Definitely.
myself somewhere else, right? I
Yeah.
have, yeah. I have one that says, think big, take yourself places.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. So just
What
little things that I hear that we should put on shirts. Why not?
what was the inspiration for you to do the merch again? Maybe you said it. Remind
I
me.
don't think we did. I was on no, I was listening to Kathy and she had Allison J. Prince on her podcast and
Hmm.
she's an e-commerce store. And I was like, I can do that.
Yeah.
First, it was going to be disco balls. And
Oh,
it
I
be-
love disco balls. Tell me when you do that. I'm
yeah,
so
funny. Maybe we'll
80s.
add it on there. But,
Okay.
and then it became bracelets, which I still have some because I haven't focused on those. And then I was
Okay.
like, it needs to be the shirt. So that just started happening. So, and I didn't want product at my house. So that's kind of why I transitioned to print on demand.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't have to have a house full of
That's
more things.
that's actually really smart.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it is. And either way, it's still the same amount of work, I think. You'd have to
Mhm.
package it up at home or you have to create the design.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
exactly. Oh, I love
But
that.
I just figured, well, I know how to sell stuff. I might as well learn how to do it online.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You know how to sell, you know how to design, you know that whole world.
And I didn't know I was going to be a face of my brand and I didn't know I was doing a podcast. And then lo and behold,
Look at that.
yeah.
Yeah, a year ago you would have said, "What? What are you talking
Yeah.
about? I don't think so."
No, I had to practice working on that podcast on my voice notes first. I was like, we're not using that.
Yeah, no, we're not doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, so excited. Thank you so much. I can't wait for your line to come out. I'm definitely going to be ordering some fun stuff. Can't wait for the journal.
Yes. Okay. Well, people are giving me ideas. I've been doing collabs with other people and making shirts for them.
And then tell me when the disco ball comes out. I'm there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna bring some, let me get rid of some more stuff in my house first.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, because I'm
Thank
also doing that too.
Oh, getting rid of oh yeah, you're doing that too.
Yeah.
Clearing stuff out. Well,
Yeah.
it's always there's always things to do, right?
Yep. You clear things out, you get new things in.
That's so true. Well, thank you again so much,
Thanks,
Heather.
man.
And we'll again, listeners will have all of in the show notes. We'll have connection how you can get in contact with Heather and get her fun merch, which is gonna
Yeah.
yeah. Go on YouTube and take a look at this. And if you have any questions, you can send me an email if you anything else. All right. Thank you so much,
Oh, thanks
Heather.
for letting me be the first.
Absolutely. Woo.